One of my friend's dads used to work for the Secret Service. He worked under George W. Bush and Bill Clinton. So one day when we were all hanging out, we decided to FaceTime him to ask him a couple questions. One of the questions that we asked was if the government's listening to us. He replied with a very short and very sweet reply. He said that the government probably doesn't want to listen to us, but if they wanted to, I know they could. So that got me curious and started to research. So the EFF, Electronic Frontier Foundation, which has been in the forefront for the effort to stop government surveillance programs, states that the U.S. government, with assistance from major telecommunication carriers, including AT&T, has engaged in massive illegal dragnet surveillance of the domestic communications since at least 2001. So today I will be talking about why this law needs to change, how it will benefit us, and what it will look like when the law is changed. So let's start with why this law needs to change. Kristen Herhold, a senior content developer from Clutch.com, a website that does research on marketing strategies, states that consumers make purchases after seeing ads on TV 60% of the time, ads in print 45% of the time, online ads 43% of the time, and social media ads 42% of the time. So, have you ever been hanging out with family or friends and been talking about something you want for Christmas, or maybe even something that you're going to get someone for Christmas, or maybe something that you just need overall? And later on that day, when you go home or go into your room and get on Instagram or Facebook, depending how old you are, maybe you get an ad about that exact same thing that y'all were just talking about. That's a little weird. So, if they can listen to our conversations about products and such stuff like that, what's stopping them from getting our information or other conversations? This law needs to change so that they can't get our information without our consent. So how would this benefit us? I will give you 3 things that we can benefit from. First, it limits the power of the people that can get a hold of our information. For example, if the government gets a hold of our information, they can hold it over us and hold our reputation over us. Second is just plain respect. Elizabeth Wise, a publisher for US.com, or UStoday.com, a news website, she published that the police got evidence from an Amazon Echo device. So a little backstory was this guy had a house and he owned an Amazon Echo, which many people do nowadays, and he ended up killing someone in his house. And without his consent, the police went to his house and got recording from his Amazon Echo and put that in court to put him in prison. So although that comes out as a good thing in this scenario, if they can listen into conversations like that and record conversations and what we're doing and things like that, how do we not know that they're listening to us right now and what we're talking about? That is not very respectful of our privacy or our security. You wouldn't like me going into your house in the middle of the night or in the middle of your conversations and listening into your conversation. Lastly, it is just plain not constitutional. In the U.S. Constitution, the First Amendment states that we have the freedom of speech, which concludes that we also have the freedom of opinion and the freedom of thought in our own households especially. So let's say the law changed today. What would change? I will give you 2 very simple things that would change. Number 1, we would be able to trust big name companies such as AT&T and Google. Second, we would also never have to wonder again, like I did, if the government is really listening to us or if they have information about us. So today I talked about why we need this law to change, all the ways it could benefit, all the ways we could benefit from, and what the world would look like after this law has changed. Now, if you want to make your phone more private, there is also a couple ways to do so. One is to change your browser to DuckDuckGo instead of Google. DuckDuckGo is a search engine that strives to give you all of the sources that you need, but is a lot more secure of your information and the things that you search than mainstream media like Google. So start now and make your life more secure.